should start a national movement to abolish the Washington Monument as it is right now. And restore it with something decent. Lincoln Memorial has a nice memorial. It's a decent memorial. Why can't Washington have something decent? Why does it have to be a large penis? Why do we have to have this large symbol in our capital that's a penis? These obelisks are disgusting, and that's exactly what they are. They're penises. They're to honor Satan. If you get into the knowledge of all these Satanists really worship, they're all into worshiping Satan's penis, and so they have these obelisks everywhere. It's really just perverted. It's all sexual connotated. So I think people have too much time on their hands railing me all over the internet. They should band together. Get that national monument out of our nation's capital. If they want to do something useful. Because if you don't, you're not going to have much time. I mean, Bush is already planning, and these executive orders from presidents have been going back 20, 30 years, getting ready for the time of martial law being implemented here in America. They've already got the internment camps set up. They've got over 500 across the nation. They want to put America in martial law. Some of the other things I've been seeing is focus on cleansing here in America. And so this cleansing, like I've said, is this juice, this myrrh juice, this white monoatomic gold, this liquid gold juice. They plan on implementing that. And that is going to be part of Bush's focus, is getting this out, implementing this juice. So that's two roads that I've seen Bush on that he took a total 180 on. He went from being killed by Maitreya when he arrived because they're not going along with the program to becoming his big buddy. And so that's what we're going to start seeing as he implements and becomes more and more in alignment with this age of Aquarius and this alien agenda. 9, 10 years ago when I started getting into the New World Order and learning about what it was, the Lord led me away from the New World Order and put me over into this alien agenda. And at the time, I didn't even know there was an alien agenda. And so for the last 8 or 9 years, I've been harping on it, pounding day after day after day, warning people about this alien agenda. And now you're going to see it all come out now. With this myrrh juice, this liquid gold, frankincense, this perfume they're going to be pulling out and wearing because their body odor is atrocious. They're dead beings. They're aliens. And so they're going to use this frankincense perfume to try to disguise it. And also the gold, like I said, they're coming with plenty of bribes. Join our kingdom. We'll eliminate your credit card debts. We'll give you $70,000 a month. And they have all kinds of bribes. And I've talked about NESARA, their economic program. And of course, we pounded so much about NESARA. I think they changed the name of it, but it still stands the same. It's still the NESARA, their original plan, because they're trying to buy away from it because it got so exposed. They tried to change the name of it. Their beast economic plan on Earth is joining Satan's kingdom on Earth as he builds God's kingdom here on Earth. And so the churches need to be watching out for this. I can't say it enough. Satan comes before the Lord does. The Lord's not coming in a heavenly host at Jerusalem. He's not coming singing hymns. He's coming in horses to go to war at Armageddon. And so just remember that when you see Satan arriving with angelic hosts singing hymns, going around Jerusalem, landing in Jerusalem, it's a Hollywood production. Another thing I've been saying, just because the Lord has a sense of humor, and I told you I hadn't seen anything about Jerusalem and the temple, and now it's what I've been seeing lately. And I warned about it last week. I warned about them pulling out of Moses, a demon named Moses, that would they have this red heifer they're going to pull out. They have a duplicate, identical copy of the Ark of the Covenant, the outside of it, that they're going to pull out and say, oh, this is the Ark of the Covenant. I imagine Jesus is going to arrive with this thing. He's going to arrive with this Ark of the Covenant, or they'll pull it out shortly after he arrives. They're going to find their red heifer, and they're going to try to get the Solomon Temple built in Jerusalem. Interesting thing about it, the church has been expecting this, but this idea of a temple is hideous. And I can't understand why the churches almost grovel over the thought that, there's going to be another temple in Jerusalem, because it's hideous. It's going to be blasphemous. They would reinstate temple sacrifices, the Old Testament sacrificial laws, But Jesus was already the perfect sacrifice. He was already killed. He died. He rose again. He defeated death on the cross. He was the perfect sacrifice. And so reinstating animal sacrifices is a complete slap in the face to his perfect sacrifice. And so there's nothing holy about this temple that Israel wants to rebuild. There's nothing holy about it. It's a big blasphemous serpent seed agenda thing, because they want to honor Solomon. Solomon, in his latter days, and this is one of the things the church is befuddled too, because they want you to think that, when Solomon got old, he got deceived and went the way of his pagan wives, and he did. He backslid totally. But it wasn't just a few days towards the end of his life. There was 200-300 years of his life that he spent honoring the devil. He was the author of the satanic Necronomicon. I think that's the one it is, the Necronomicon. And it teaches people what spells to say to conjure up demons. Solomon wrote this book. He was the founder upon which Freemasonry was built. And so they want to build the Solomon Temple in Israel to honor Solomon, who is, as far as they're concerned, their hero, their god of all these occult societies, all based on Solomon. And so that's why they want to build a temple in Jerusalem. It doesn't have anything to do with honoring the Lord, folks. I mean, what's ruling Jerusalem now in Israel? You've got a small remnant of Torah-believing Jews over there who actually believe in Yahushua, the Son of God. Most of them are serpent seed. Most of them are acknowledging the Talmud. And you don't have to be religious to follow the Talmud. Most people that are in power in Israel and who are Talmudists are atheists. They're atheists. The Talmud calls for the beheading of anyone who believes that Yahushua came as the Son of God. The beheading of his followers. They say terrible, blasphemous things about Yahushua in the Talmud, and about the people that follow him, the church, his bride. It's a completely blasphemous and satanic writing. And I put articles on my website at thewatcherfiles.com several years ago, started exposing what was in the Talmud, and totally took on the wrath of the Mossad and all these serpent seed Jewish agents trying to get my website banned off the internet. They got it knocked down for a couple of weeks. They got PayPal to cancel my account, blackmail me, bully me, tell me either you take your articles on the Talmud off your website or you're going to lose your PayPal account. I said, see ya. Wasn't much thought to that one. They weren't going to bully me and tell me what I can and can't have on my website. And so at that point, my site's referred to as hate speech. Hate speech. For just exposing what's in the Talmud. So you can imagine how evil and hatred the Talmud is itself. We know who owns PayPal. I don't know if you know it or not, but the person at the background of that, way back levels deep, is George Bush Sr. that owns PayPal. And then you have Google Checkout owned by Al Gore. And so you're really not getting away from any of these Satanists. I've said it forever. That's the Satanists that run the internet that own it. It's the CIA that owns these servers. And they're starting to ban my websites. I've seen in the Bible codes that my websites are going to be banned and blocked. And they already are being blocked for a lot of people in a lot of places in a lot of countries are having a hard time getting to my websites. If you use a proxy server, you can get to them. So you have to find a proxy server. Google Proxy, Proxy, and it'll give you a proxy server. You just go to a website and type in my URL in the search box, and you can find my page. It's basically what a proxy server is. But watch for this Talmud law to rise at the same time they incorporate the age of Aquarius, because we're going to see a weird blending of these two. You're going to see this Old Testament